Good morning, dear students. I hope you all are doing well. Today, I welcome you all in online classroom. First of all, you are requested to take out your social studies textbook, unit number 3, that is Life in Another Country. As our today's lesson is based on the discussion of your textbook pages 26 half till 31. Therefore, you all are requested to take out your textbook page number 26 and keep it in front of you now. Dear students, at the end of this lesson, you will be able to compare the climates, people, work and buildings of Sialkot and Sydney. You will be able to explain how the two cities developed, as well as you will be able to explain and compare transport around the cities. Students, before we formally begin the discussion of today's lesson, let's discuss the location of Sialkot and Sydney on the maps of their respective countries. Students, right now on your screen, you can see the map of Punjab province. Punjab province is the highly populated province of Pakistan. The word Punjab means the land of 5 rivers. The names of the main 5 rivers that flow through the province of Punjab are Satluj, Chenab, Ravi, Jhelum and Indus River. Students, the area of Punjab is mostly covered by the flat plains of Indus River. The flat plains of Indus River are good for growing crops and therefore the province of Punjab is sometimes called as the food basket of Pakistan because it is providing food crops not only to the areas of Punjab province but for other parts of Pakistan as well as to other countries of the world. The province of Punjab has a lot of historical cities in it, including the capital city of Punjab, which is Lahore. And the city of Sialkot is 125 kilometers north of Lahore. As you can see right now on your screen, Sialkot is located to the north of the province of Punjab. And the city of Sialkot is quite close to the Chenab River as well as to the area of Jammu and Kashmir. Now students, let's move on and discuss the location of Sydney on the map of Australia. Here on your screens, you can see the map of Australia, and on this map, Sydney is located to the southeast. Sydney is the largest city in Australia and it sits on the Sydney Harbour, which is one of the world's deepest natural harbour. There are lots of beaches in Sydney where people like to go at weekends and after school or work. Canberra. Canberra is located approximately 288 kilometers away from the largest city of Australia, that is Sydney. Students, as we all know that Sydney and Sialkot are two different cities having different cultural norms, traditions and religions. Here is a comparison between the two cities. Sialkot has hot and humid summers. Humid means moist, evaporated. On the other hand, Sydney has warm summers. Next is Sialkot has cool winters. Contrarily, Sydney has mild. Mild means moderate or normal winters. Sialkot is a small city, unlike Sydney, which is a big city. 500,000 people live in Sialkot, while Sydney has a population of approximately 4 million people. Sialkot is an old city. Contrary to this, Sydney is a young or new city. Sialkot city is located on Chenab River in the province of Punjab, while Sydney sits on Sydney Harbour. Students, let's formally begin the discussion of today's lesson. For that, I hope you have opened your textbook page number 26 in front of you now. Now let's talk about the people and work in Sydney and Sialkot. Sialkot is a smaller city than Sydney. About 500,000 people live in Sialkot. The people are mostly Punjabis, Kashmiris, and Pashtuns. Most people in Sialkot are Muslims, but Christians and Hindus are also living here. Sialkot has many factories where different kinds of things are made, and people have been making and selling things there for a long time. When the Mughals ruled the city, it was famous for making swords and paper. After that, brick making became important. Today, Sialkot is well known for producing leather goods, musical instruments, surgical instruments for hospitals, bicycles, furniture, and sporting equipment. Now let's discuss about Sydney. Students, Sydney is the largest city in Australia. It has a population of more than 4 million people. Many people living in Sydney have come from other countries such as UK, China, New Zealand, Vietnam, India, the Philippines, Turkey, Lebanon, Pakistan, and Italy. Most of the people in Sydney are Christians, but other religions include Buddhism and Islam. Sydney is an important financial center with many banks and insurance companies. The city also makes clothes, furniture, metal goods, plastics, and many other things. Sydney is the oldest city in Australia and it was founded in 1788. Friends, let's move on and discuss your textbook page number 28. As we have discussed earlier in our previous lessons, that Sialkot is about 5,000 years old. Therefore, part of the city of Sialkot is very old. The old city has many narrow means limited streets, and crowded means congested and filled bazaars and markets. On the other hand, Sydney is a young and modern city, but still Sydney has a lot of buildings that were built in 1800s. Today Sydney has a lot of tall buildings in it. The tall buildings in Sydney are called skyscrapers, and many parks are located in Sydney where people can go to enjoy, walk, and rest. Whatever you want to buy, it is available in the markets of Sydney, as you can buy just about anything you want. Contrary to this, Sialkot does not have tall skyscrapers in it, but new buildings can be found there. Sydney and Sialkot, both cities have several means many parks there, where people can go, play, and rest. Students, people in Sialkot like to watch and play cricket, just like the people all over Pakistan. Matches in Sialkot are played at Jinnah Stadium. Other sports played in Sialkot are hockey, wrestling, volleyball, golf, and athletics. Similarly, people living in Sydney like to watch and play cricket. International games in Sydney are played at Sydney Cricket Ground. Other sports played in Sydney include rugby, athletics, football, and water sports. Let's move on and discuss your textbook page number 29. First of all, here on this page, you can see some of the famous places to see in Sydney. Here the first picture is Queen Victoria Building. The second picture is showing the skyscrapers, means tall buildings of Sydney. On the other hand, the third building, the last picture of this page, is of one of the northern beaches located in Sydney. Now let's talk about the transportation links in both cities of Sydney and Sialkot. Students' travel in Sydney is very easy. The city has many trains, buses, ferries, and taxis, including water taxis. On the other hand, the main ways to travel around Sialkot are by auto rickshaw, buses, and taxis. Requested to move on to your textbook page number 31 to discuss the exercise C, which is provided at the end of your textbook page number 31. You can see 5 statements given here, and as we have discussed the entire topic in detail, so we are able to decide that which statement is true and which one is false. So number 1 here is Sydney is the largest city in Australia, which we all know is true. So you are supposed to write down true against this statement here in the space provided. Number 2 is Sialkot is in Balochistan, Pakistan, which we know is false as the city of Sialkot is located in Punjab province. So you are supposed to write down false against this statement here in the space provided. Moving on to number 3, which is Sydney is the capital of Australia, which we know is false statement as the capital city of Australia is Canberra. We have discussed it in today's lesson as well. So you are supposed to write down false against this statement here in the space provided. Moving on to number 4. In both cities, most of the rain falls in June, July, August and September, which is false again. Therefore, you are requested to write down false against this statement 4 in the space provided here. Last one is number 5. In both cities, people play baseball, which is false again as we know that the people in both cities, Sialkot and Sydney, like to watch and play cricket. So write down false against this statement here in the space provided. Now students, here I am giving you few questions related to the discussion of today's lesson, and you are supposed to answer these questions orally. Let me read the questions for you first. Question number 1 is, what is the population of Sialkot? Students, in the answer of this question, you need to tell the approximate number of people living in Sialkot. Question number 2 is, when was Sydney founded? Students, in the answer of question number 2, you need to tell the year in which Sydney was founded in Australia. Moving on to the last question, question number 3, name the popular sport played in both Sydney and Sialkot. Students, in the answer of question number 3, you are supposed to tell the name of the famous, the popular sport that people of both Sydney and Sialkot used to play. Students, I hope you would be able to answer all these questions orally as we have discussed the answers of these questions in today's lesson, and you are not supposed to write the answers of these questions anywhere. Students, here I am assigning you few video links. You are suggested to watch these videos carefully in order to further enhance your concepts related to today's topic. With this, we have reached the end of today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed exploring new things about Sialkot and Sydney. Take good care of yourself and the people around you. Follow SOPs by wearing mask whenever you are going outside. Maintain proper safe distance from people around you. Use sanitizers or wash your hands frequently with soap and water at least for 20 seconds. Stay safe, stay home. Allah Hafiz.